Hey, what's up guys? So I wanted to take the time right now to talk to you guys about 2017 when it comes to UnrealEntGaming the channel and everything that I have planned for the channel and future events going into 2018. So I am going to go really deep into a lot of personal things, so I highly encourage you guys to watch the entire video all the way through for those who do care enough to do so, as personally I am very overwhelmed, very blessed, and very humbled to see how much we've grown on this channel since the beginning of 2017. 2017 was a very interesting year. It started off very rocky, not just on a personal level, but on a professional level as well. We all understand that YouTube had gone through several changes, several algorithm changes, which affected a lot of channels. Unlike 2016 and 2015, the platform itself was changing. There were lots of things that were implemented, such as monetization issues, sub box issues, the whole issue of the adpocalypse with advertisers leaving, which made the beginning of 2017, not just for myself, but for many other people, that much more difficult to create content on, because we felt as if our effort and all of our work wasn't being compensated, or at least looked at correctly by the platform itself. As time went on, things did get gradually better. I mean, I personally feel as if the platform itself will never be the same as it once was. But looking back and reflecting on the channel and everything we've done and the things that have happened both professionally and personally as attributed to a positive change has been a blessing for me, as I did not expect various things to happen this year. First things first, I wanted to say this. We've grown over 130,000 new subscribers on this channel and counting, something where if you were to ask me this 5 years ago when I started this channel, if I were ever to be in this position, I would probably look at you as if you were crazy. Because when I first started this channel, I started this channel with, commentaries and gameplays of several other games. Many other bigger YouTubers now have found me through those games, such as Slender and Call of Duty and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, Let's Plays and walkthroughs and all sorts of stuff that even predate Battle of Gods, going into Battle of Gods and beyond, and having to look back as to what 2017 has brought forth. I am very blessed to have met the people that I've met. I am very blessed to have met the subscribers that I've met through Discord. Discord having to be something that I came across this year as a tool and a platform to where I got to interact with so many of you guys. And a lot of you guys watching this right now that are a part of my Discord, you guys are more closer to me than anyone else because you guys know me. You guys know who I am, the clown that I am, sometimes joking around, and all the debates and everything we do on the Discord chat is just the people that are on there, they know me best. And the reason why I say that is because they get to talk to me, and I'm very, very humbled to have everybody a part of my Discord and talking to me and always having debates and conversations, whether it be about Dragon Ball, which is about most of the time, but also other things as well. Anyone who's in my Discord would say and tell you that we have our moments Saturday nights, Friday nights, where things get ridiculous. Sometimes it gets really wonky, but I really appreciate that because I've turned subscribers into friends, and my friends that I've turned from subscribers have become close friends. I've met a lot of great people through YouTube, through my Discord, that I am very good friends with now. People like Emish's Live, who was just a viewer of mine when I first came across him, and I knew him back last year through his sister, and later on having to get him on board and pretty much doing some videos with him because I loved his ideology and the way he thought about the show, looking at it from a different perspective, and through that we became really close friends. The same thing applies to another person called Devil Artemis. I met him through my Discord. Again, he was a viewer, a subscriber, just another person. And as time went on, we developed a friendship and a very close relationship, even to the point where I'm close to his personal family, which includes his wife and his kids. And to be honest, I look at his family like my own, and I look at all of you as if you guys are my brothers and sisters that I never had, because I never had any siblings. I never had anyone to talk to, you know, in terms of like specific things. You can't just go outside sometimes and pull some random stranger aside and talking Dragon Ball. You can't just do that. But with you guys, I've been doing that in the comment section of all my videos, and a lot of you guys can attribute to that because so many people were just shocked and dumbfounded that I was responding to so many people, and that's something that I'm very proud of because I got to interact with a lot of you guys, in which not many big YouTubers that are on my kind of a platform or level would do. And I wish I had that when I was coming up and trying to talk to Pro Syndicate or the Syndicate Project and Woody's Gamertag and PewDiePie and Markiplier, but you know, I never had that. So I told myself as I came up that I was going to interact with as many people as I possibly could have through the course of that time. So I can go off and list a plethora of people, just a boatload of names, and you guys know who you are, especially the ones a part of my Discord and the ones that are always supporting the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. If I can just formulate my emotions through actions in trying to thank you, I would. And it's because of this year that I got to meet so many of you guys on a personal level. Bubbles and Danny and Ortega, and it's Senzu and Spiral, and just a lot of you guys. I just can't even go off a list of names because there are so many people. And I've met, you know, tons of awesome people at Comic-Con, which I was very, very humbled by this year in coming across them. But early on in 2017, everything pretty much started off very rocky because of the changes in the algorithm, the initial changes in the way, you know, everything was carrying on with videos and views and stuff, which was affecting my channel, but not just me, but everybody else. And in case you guys don't know, a lot of us, especially myself, I can only speak for myself, I look at my channel as a brand and a business. And the way you're supposed to conduct your brand and your business is that of a business. You're supposed to look at your product as a business, and that's what I did. And I'm very happy to have gotten this far, but it's not because of me. It's because of you. And I felt as if personally, I've improved my content a lot, and I have taken a lot of your, you know, constructive criticism to heart, and I made a lot of changes and I made a lot of things work. And I'll be the first to say that I have something called humility. I'm always willing to learn from mistakes. I'm always willing to accept knowledge because I feel like all of us could be better and could always improve as human beings. And that was something that I really strived to achieve this year, is becoming a better content creator and a better person, gaining more knowledge and being more resourceful. And from January up until now, December, I'm very proud to say that I've improved so much, not just as a person in learning different things, but as a content creator in being able to provide you guys with some of the best possible content I could. I remember people giving me slack for different introductions. Some people didn't like the character introductions, which my friend Devil Artemis did, so I didn't know why people didn't really like those. Some people often said, well, this doesn't sound like that, or that doesn't sound like this. It was really wonky, but honestly speaking, it was just made to entertain and making you guys laugh. And the one thing that I really focused on this year was getting discussions and videos out that featured you, the fans. And the reason why I did that is because it's a different take on the community. Not to knock anybody else, but I think I'm one of the only ones that have pretty much brought on board, you know, the people that love Dragon Ball as much as all of us, in casuals on Discord and doing discussions and doing live streams and whatnot. And I'm very proud that I got to expand the Dragon Ball community that much more by helping and getting your voices out there just as mine. And alongside that, I had the privilege and the honor to have also worked with several other big channels as well. I remember early on this year, I worked with Animation Rewind, which I'm very humbled by. I did some stuff with Lord Frieza and Mastar Media, Jake, who's also a very good friend of mine. I also actually had the privilege and the honor to have been featured in my own song. My own character, my own channel has his own song for Raikon, for Super Saiyan 4 Raikon, and the channel as a whole, courtesy of Halusa Twin. and it's always been a pleasure working with Super Saiyan Paul, even though he had school and really college messed him up big time. But whenever he was around, it was always an honor to work with him and just, you know, being our casual selves when it came down to gaming and, you know, pretty much talking Dragon Ball. Also having the honor and privilege in seeing Tyrone Magnus react to Dragon Ball Super Friends, which is something that my friend Brandon and I, Devil Artemis, have created, and we spent a lot of time on that, in which, you know, I was very humbled to see that from Tyrone Magnus, because I met Tyrone Magnus actually 2 years ago in 2015 at a wrestling show, because for those of you who don't know, I myself am a wrestler and he is a wrestling fan. So it was a pretty cool year to see that, but mainly just working with small content creators this year and helping them. I did several different podcasts for people. I did several different discussions, and I was featured on several different channels in trying to help the little guy out as well. But having to reflect back onto the channel, I started, you know, several different Dragon Ball series, in which I will continue to do more in 2018. This year, we started a what if series that showcases pretty much a what if situation. What if certain characters were placed in certain positions in the world of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. We also did what if battles per se. We did Goku Black versus Golden Frieza. We did Merge Zamasu and Omega, and, you know, I am planning on doing more of that in 2018 by showcasing more what if battles and what if stories. And also this year, what I started was the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 movie series, in which pretty much is my take on certain situations. For example, we did the what if Gohan Black was introduced in Dragon Ball Super story arc. We did an entire movie on that, which was about 40 minutes. We did the Tournament of Power story arc, which involved Gogeta and Jiren, alongside the alternative of Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren as well. We did the rematch between Beerus and Goku, and I am planning on doing more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 movies going into next year, alongside, as I said before, different, you know, playlists and a different series that are going to be covering on different subjects for Dragon Ball, alongside more Dragon Ball explained, in-depth discussions and whatnot. And I'm very proud that this year we got to focus more or less on opening up different series styles and playlists for Dragon Ball Q&As, Dragon Ball What Ifs, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 movies, Xenoverse 2 mods. Xenoverse 2 mods this year was big in the idea that the community was so creative in coming up with such beautiful mods. And this year, I would have to say, for Xenoverse 2 was the year of the mods. And for 2018, I do also plan on doing more mods, more showcases for that, alongside Dragon Ball Fighters. I will be doing lots of Dragon Ball Fighters going into next year as well. The one thing that I was a bit torn about on doing this year completely was Dokkan Battle. I did it on and off because I do play the game offline mostly, but I just didn't know if I wanted to showcase that. So maybe going into next year, I might showcase more of the mobile side of Dragon Ball. But also going into 2018, I will let you guys know that on this channel, I am going to be doing more movie discussions. This year, I've done several movie updates for several different movies, like Halloween and Power Rangers 2 and the Avengers Infinity War and the Strangers 2 and Megalodon, and so many different things that you guys probably don't know about. But if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, I do have a playlist for that. But going into 2018, I am going to be doing more of the movie type discussions on this channel and my second channel, Unreal Network and Unreal Vlogs. In case you guys don't know about those, I do have a second and third channel which I covered, you know, different things on those. But 2018, I am going to be doing more gaming for Dragon Ball. We went back and we played some Raging Blast, we played some Budokai and whatnot, and it was great. And 2018, I am going to Kamehacon, so I am looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys. I am genuinely excited on going to the first ever Kamehacon this year, hosted by Geekdom 101, which is something I am going to talk about, you know, in a bit during this video, are things that happened in 2016 that ultimately settled this year in 2017. Now, for 2018, Kamehacon is going to be the first of its kind, in which I highly encourage you guys to go, because there's going to be so many voice actors and so many things to do that I think that for the first time, you'll not only get to meet me in person, but also your other favorite Dragon Ball creators as well. But just not just them, but the voice actors, the other fans that are going to be in attendance. and alongside the other creators, the non-Dragon Ball creators who are going to be there, the ones that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers that are going to make their way over there. It's going to be in Texas, and I am really looking forward to that, alongside meeting some other Dragon Ball YouTubers myself that I have talked to before but never had the chance to meet. And I think that for 2018, I am definitely setting my sights in breaking 500,000 subscribers, if not more. But the ultimate goal, I'm going to announce it right now, is 1 million subscribers. That is my goal, and I feel like we collectively, as a family, as an army, as a community, can get there together. And that's the goal. I don't personally think that I'm going to hit that milestone next year, but I'm gonna do my damnedest to try my best to accomplish that, because as I said when I first started this, I never would have expected to climb past 100 subscribers. And it's been a blessing, because reflecting back on the year and reflecting back to all the crazy things that happened this year alone, it looks like after every year that goes by, things get a little easier, but the challenges are still there. 2017 wasn't as rough as 2016, just like 2016 wasn't as rough as 2015. There are certain years that are rougher than others. This year was a quiet year, I guess, going forward from the summer. But prior to the summer, May, April, March, February, and January, it was a really rocky start. I'm very happy that this year I got back into wrestling. I legit got back in House of Glory Wrestling, and I never thought that would happen this year, because for those of you who don't know, I am a pro wrestler. I'm an independent wrestler. I work the indies, and I attend a school called House of Glory, which is primarily run by Amazing Red. And I am very fortunate to have been there and be there, and coming back this March in fueling my passion, because a lot of you guys may remember back last year, it was really rough. It was a really rough time because I missed pro wrestling. I had a few nagging injuries that I eventually got over, but there were some personal things that were happening that were involving myself and several people at House of Glory that were ultimately resolved, including myself and Red. And I'm very happy that myself and my trainer were able to move past things in opening up a brand new chapter, and essentially Red having to open up his arms to me and bringing me back. And my passion has never been greater for wrestling. I love pro wrestling. I love the good, the bad, and the wonky. And 2018 is going to be a massive year for me for pro wrestling, because I am involved in some things that I cannot talk about right now. But when the time comes, I hope you guys are proud for what you see, because we're going to do this together. And I'm very confident in my ability now, more so than ever before. I've sharpened my skills in wrestling this year. I've learned a lot this year. I had the privilege in meeting a lot of WWE members that are there now that were able to give us young guys the advice that's needed to make it in this business. So this year was a blessing for that, in the idea that I was able to get back into pro wrestling, something that I did not think was going to happen again. But that just goes to show, as adults, you can ultimately resolve your issues simply by talking it out. So I'm very happy about that. And there were several personal things that I went through at home that really messed me up this year, to the point where I didn't know what to think. For example, there was a point in time where my dog actually hurt his leg, and I really felt bad, because for almost 2 months he was limping around. He was very miserable. I felt his pain, and it really hurt me, because, you know, they often say, man, a man's best friend is always going to be his dog. So, you know, I had him with me, and I just seeing the pain in his eyes really hurt me. And it was actually an accident the way he hurt his leg. I remember he tried jumping off I think it was the bed, and he fell, but he fell like in a very awkward position to where he sprained his leg. And seeing him screech and seeing him in pain, taking him to the doctor, and then, you know, having them diagnose him and just, you know, checking up on him and whatnot, that was pretty rough. But I'm very happy that he is better now. He's active, he's running around. You guys already know the deal with him, especially for those of you that are on my Discord. And that was something that really brought me down, but seeing him get better and just being there for him was, you know, something that I really was happy on, alongside personal stuff with my mom, in which I will not get into deeply. But, you know, my mom does have health issues, and you know, just things that involved her that really impacted me this year, as does every year, because my biggest concern is losing my mom, because she's legitimately the only one I have. I don't have anybody else, never had a dad, don't have any siblings, so you get the picture. A lot of you guys that are single parent or just lonely childs would know how it's like to be alone and only have one person, and she's the only one I have. And she went through some stuff this year that really was bad, but I'm very happy that things are getting better, or at least are better now, as opposed to how it was in the beginning of the year and during some portions of the summer as well. And ultimately enough, seeing her happy and just seeing her smile was just made me a better person. And I'm always going to be there for her. It's just, you know, my biggest concern in life, actually, to be honest, to be open here, is, you know, losing my mom, because she's the only one I have. And that really sucks, you know, because I don't know what I would do if she goes, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's something that I feel like we all need to prepare for eventually, because it's inevitable for any parent to fade away once their child has grown. So that's something that's going to come with time, and, you know, just got to hope for the best. But alongside with that, a lot of you guys have been there to, you know, help me through. Huge thank you to Awesomes, my good friend Awesomes. Bro, this guy has done more for me than I think anybody else, out of the goodness of his heart, which, again, if you're hearing me out for this, man, you shouldn't have done the things that you've done. And I told you a bunch of times, no. And this guy kept persisting, and he kept persisting, and I was just like, man, what are you doing? I know I don't want you to do this, but that just goes to show how good people are. And I consider him my brother, even though he lives far away. Hopefully enough, I'll have the chance to meet him one day. He's a very awesome guy. He got me into Dragon Ball Fusions, in which we also did this year, which was pretty cool. So a lot of positive had come through the negative, and I will say often in 2018, I am going to primarily focus on, also, as I said before, improving my content. If there's anything you guys want to see that's different on the channel, I'm open to everything and anything. But the one thing I definitely want to push for is adding in clips from the show, from Dragon Ball Super, whatever, onto my channel. But I'm very afraid to do that, because back in 2013, I used to do that. I was one of the very few YouTubers that used to put lots of clips and whatnot, trailers of the show on their videos to provide content with, but I would get copyrighted and striked down, and I almost lost my channel several times because of quote-unquote copyright infringement and using clips and whatnot from Toei and Funimation, and those companies aren't really known for being lenient when it comes to these things. But hopefully enough, I'll be able to incorporate more clips and more GIFs and more, you know, just clips from the show or whatever, just to improve the content that much more, which is why I always use pictures, because I don't want to get in trouble, as does everyone else. But I will try to incorporate that more often, even though it does fall in fair use. That's definitely something I want to strive for doing on the channel. Alongside working with more channels next year, I do plan on doing several collaborations, and I'm open to any collaboration with whoever wants to do one. I definitely plan on doing more interviews with several people in the community, alongside doing, as I said before, discussions for collaborations alongside live streams and whatnot. So expect to see more or less of that next year, as I do plan on trying to work with bigger creators next year as well, alongside obviously the little creators, as I do want to help out the little guy as well, which I always am open for to doing, because it's always awesome to see someone else grow, and just also, you know, kicking back and just, you know, talking about the things that you like to talk about. And I'm also very happy to say that, and as weird as this may seem, I actually resolved one of my issues that I had with my ex. which a lot of us would often, you know, look at an ex and just say, well, the hell with them, right? But she was very awesome to talk to, and you know, I was very fortunate because this was something that I really wanted to get off my chest, and this was a person that I really wanted to speak with for a very long time, and then finally we got in touch and we spoke, and I'm very happy that that actually resolved itself. So this year was like the year of like resolutions and being able to settle things with people, not just with trainers and exes, but also other, you know, other people as well. So this was a really, you know, fundamental year for growth, I think, as a person. And personally, I have to say, from the bottom of my heart, to all of you, to literally all of you, man, for each person that clicked the video, or for each person that was curious about the channel and just saying, you know what, I care about this guy and I care about what he has to say and I care about his content. Thank you guys so much for a wonderful year. Thank you guys so much for helping me improve as a person, in constructive criticism and whatever it is you guys wanted to see different happen. Thank you guys so much for everything. I am in your debts because I'm telling you all right now, I can't formulate this in words to express enough as to how grateful I am for this. 2017, as I said, started off very rocky, but ultimately enough, it settled into something very amazing. And again, we grew over 130,000 plus subscribers and growing. We grossed out over 50+ million views this year on the channel and counting. So cheers to 130,000 more and beyond. Cheers to 50 million views and more going into next year. I am very, very humbled and just grateful. 2017 was a calm year. It was a good year. Thank you guys so much for making it good. Cheers to 2018. I hope you guys have a blessed and a very amazing holiday season. I hope you guys have many blessings that come to you in 2018. Hopefully enough, I will see you guys back onto the channel exactly 1 year from now as we talk about hitting more milestones, having more achievements happen, and just ultimately coming together collectively as a community and doing more. I can't thank you guys enough. For those of you who've watched up until this very point, hashtag forever unreal, as I want to know who are the ones that fully stuck on by, and really, man, just thank you guys so much. I appreciate the hell out of you guys, and I think that wraps it up, guys. It's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing road, and to all the haters, I mean, they often, you know, wanted to try to put me down, or at least, you know, negate the channel from growing. Even to you guys, I have to say thank you for pushing me that much more to be motivated in proving you wrong in every step of the way. So to that, I say God bless you all, have a wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video, guys. Take it easy. Peace.